5 is alive tonight, going live tonight. Thursday night football kicking off with a divisional rival game. I want to get in here and give y'all my predictions for the week. Titans still looking just, everybody know I'm a Titans fan. As you can see above, we're still searching for a win. I'm hoping it's this week. I was hoping it was last week, the week before that. Am I upset? No. I can take the loss well. I expected them to win at least 2 or 3 of these games that we've played already, and we just haven't got it done. It is what it is. Move on. And like I said, see what happens next. But I want to give y'all my predictions for this week, man. So let's start off with the Thursday night football game. Thursday night football, we had the San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are coming off a win against the Indianapolis Colts. The 49ers got some injuries coming in this game. Brock Purdy has been ruled out. Their leading receiver, wide receiver or something, Ricky, I can't think of his last name, but he was a rookie last year. He will be out this game. So pretty much this game is going to be Mac Jones and McCaffrey and whoever. Oh, and then Jawan Jennings is out too. So it's going to be heavy lifting for McCaffrey and whoever else is able to step up. They don't got George Kittle. The offense is pretty much shot. But as far as the Rams go, it looks like they're hitting on all cylinders. Puka Nacua is leading the league in receiving yards. You got Devontae Adams balling. What's his name? Johnson? Is it Johnson? Williams. Kyrie Williams, the running back, playing on a solid level. The defense is playing on a great level. They could have been 4-0 if they'd have made the field goal versus the Eagles, but that was just a great game, game of the year so far. But anyways, as far as the predictions go, I'm going with the Rams to win this one. They should win at home just because they're more healthier team. Next, we got the Sunday morning game again over in, where were they at? Like wherever they was last week, Dublin, Ireland. I want to say Dublin, Ireland or something like that. They're back over there again. Minnesota Vikings stayed out there because they got another game out there. Minnesota versus the Cleveland Browns. I want to get on a quick topic as far as the Browns go, but as far as Minnesota goes, Carson Wentz will be starting again. I'm not sure what the timetable is on J.J. McCarthy. Aaron Jones is still out, so Mason has stepped in as a running back. Justin Jefferson is there. Addison is back. This will be his second game, so hopefully he can do a little bit more and get them to secure the win. Now, I wanted to speak on the Cleveland Browns right quick because of the whole QB confrontation. Cleveland Browns decided that they would bench Joe Flacco and start the third-round pick, Dylan Gabriel. Now, when Dylan Gabriel was called up to be the starter, in most of our heads, some of us that watch football, we said, okay, well, if he's been elevated, then that means Shador, with him being number 3, maybe he's going to move up to second. That's not the case. They decided, hey, we're going to move Joe Flacco to the second and keep Shador as the third. Now, this could be so many ways. I just want to give y'all my opinion what's going on, what I believe is what's going on. They are here, as crazy as it sounds, and it's a third-round pick. They are here to try to kind of embarrass Shador Sanders, and he can't be right in this situation. I'm the third-string quarterback. Y'all not giving me no time to start so far. Y'all kept me at third instead of elevating me when y'all could have. But maybe my play is not showing in practice. Now, Rex Ryan went on, I want to say First Take or something like that the other day, and pretty much told Shador that, hey, stop talking so much, get in there in the film room and learn so you can get out there and be the starter, because it's kind of embarrassing for you to be the third-string quarterback. So they tried to interview Shador Sanders the other day, and he went mute on him. He just was moving his mouth but wasn't saying nothing. And a lot of people, when I was reading the comments or looking on these social media platforms, all these sports platforms, they were all kind of saying that Shador needs to grow up. He's being childish. He's making it worse for himself. No, you got a man sitting on a TV show telling me pretty much I need to shut up and play football so I could get my opportunity. But then when I shut up and when I literally shut up, now that's a problem. How is that being? I guess how some people could look at it as childish, but it's like, when did we start interviewing third-string quarterbacks? I knew somebody was saying, they interviewed Winston. Winston is an entertainer, man. Everybody knows he was going to be third-string quarterback. He might not get no tick this whole year unless they trade him somewhere. But as far as Shador, he's a superstar in people's mind because his father's Deion Sanders. He's coming off of playing college, being in the spotlight, all the athletes, the actors, all these movie stars coming out to see him playing stuff. But now in the NFL, they just want to see him play. Um, Cleveland just is in a place where they got five damn quarterbacks. Dylan Gabriel was picked in the third round. Let him ball out. In my opinion, they should let Dylan Gabriel start at the beginning of the year and have Flacco as their back. And as Shador continue to get better, they can move him up. But in the same breath, he's in a lose-lose situation. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns, everybody. This is not a good team on the offensive side. The defense is solid, but on the offense, they're not producing any points really. You don't have a solid quarterback. The offensive line is falling apart as soon as you hike the damn ball. So if you think that Flacco had a long game, Dylan is going to have, I won't say worse, but he's not going to look as good as he could be because he's behind an offensive line that he's going to have to roll out a lot. And it's going to be the same thing for Shador. But I think a lot of people are waiting for Shador to get that opportunity just so they can say, I told you he didn't look good starting. When in reality, if you look at the team, they got Jerry Judy and Joku. Who else can you name on the offense? What's the other receivers name they got? Who's the running back? Who are their running backs? We don't know most of these people. If you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you might know. But on the outside looking in, we don't know who all these people are. We just know that Shador is on a team, a losing team, and he's going to be there until they decide to trade him or whatnot. Then on top of it, they said, oh, well, he had a chance to go to Baltimore, and now look, Lamar Jackson out. He could have been starting. No, Cooper Rush is the backup. Cooper Rush is a proven backup that played for the Dallas Cowboys that backed up Dak Prescott. That when they threw him in the game, he looked better than Dak at times. So it's going to be the same thing right here with Baltimore. Baltimore should be able to still win a game or two with Lamar being out, with Cooper Rush starting. But like I said, if Shador was over there, he would have been backing him up. He wouldn't have been starting right now. So that's just how I feel about it. I feel like they still trying to clown Shador. He just clowning them back. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, he's still getting paid. If y'all not going, obviously he has some type of value because he's still on the roster. Y'all could have been released him. Y'all got five damn quarterbacks. Release him if y'all not going to use him. Trade him to somebody or let him be a free agent and go sign somewhere that makes sense for him. That's just me venting on that because I'm a big Shador fan, Shador Sanders fan, and I want to see him ball out. But as far as the game go with Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings, I'm gonna go with Minnesota to win, just because I think Wentz will be. The defense is gonna put pressure on him, but I think that if Vikings use the run game and get Justin Jefferson and Addison both going, they should be able to pull off this win. And Cleveland doesn't have the home field advantage because it's over the waters where Minnesota's been for the last week, so they might have the edge over there. So I'm rocking with Minnesota. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to pull it off the road. The Jets just don't look good. I know that the Cowboys defense don't look as good as it could have been if they had still had Micah Parsons, but they did okay. Actually, did solid. Even though the game was 40-40 last week with the Packers, they held their own with a team that should be considered as a Super Bowl contender this year. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to pull it off on the road. Pickens should be able to ball out again, and hopefully somebody else step up. I know the run game has been going, and Dak should do his thing. So I'm gonna go with Dallas. Next game is the Giants versus the Saints. The Saints will be in the battle with the Tennessee Titans this year for the worst team in the league. As of now, I'm gonna go with the Giants to pull this off. Jackson Dart looked good last week. I know they're gonna be without Nabers, but I expect a couple receivers to step up and the rookie running back that they picked up, Scatterbo or something like that. I think he's going to be a big part of this win. Expect him to get 60, 70 yards with a touchdown or so. Next game after that, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is in Indiana. I think that the Colts should be able to bounce back. The Raiders defense is solid. If they could put pressure on Daniel Jones and cause him to make bad throws and stuff, the Raiders can pull it off on the road. But as of now, I'm going to go with the Colts to win that one. Next game, Miami Dolphins and the Panthers, probably be the worst game of the whole damn week. Yeah, I think so. Miami, they will be without Tyreek Hill for the rest of the season. Um, Darren Whaler stepped in as his first year back after being retired. I think that he'll be a key part to now Tua, since he likes to dink and doink, throw it short to the big tight end and get him some yards As long as he stay healthy, I think they could pull it off. But they got to start running the ball a little bit more. That's their identity. So I think Miami pulls it off on the road. Next game is Denver Broncos versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles win this game. Um, Denver has been subpar so far. I think this will be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything. Surtain will be on AJ Brown. AJ Brown hasn't been getting the ball anyway. Um, I don't. I don't really see what the Eagles can do. Well, I can say what they can do better is if Jalen Hurt is able to spread the ball and get AJ and Smith and the other receivers some passes and not just go not pass the ball the second half, I think that they could blow the Denver out by, well, not blow them out, but win by 2 scores plus. If this game stays close and Jalen Hurts not moving the ball like he should be able to, and they're able to shut down that run, if they're able to keep Jalen Hurts and Barkley in that backfield, which is kind of hard to do, Denver can pull it off. But as of now, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles to pull off the win at home. Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Texans defense is solid. Cooper Rush, I think he's not mobile, so he's gonna stay in the pocket. I think Ravens pulled this off just because the Ravens defense, even though it looks bad, I think they'll be able to put pressure on Houston Texans offensive line and put pressure on CJ Stroud to cause some turnovers this game. And Derrick Henry should be able to run 100 plus yards on Houston Texans. He's very familiar with playing this team after being with the Tennessee Titans, going against Houston for damn near 4 or 5 seasons. So I'm going to go with Baltimore to win at home with Cooper Rush starting. 4 p.m. games, we got Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks have been on fire. The Buccaneers have looked pretty good. Buccaneers, second week with Godwin Jr. being back. I think it's going to be a close game. If I had to pick, I would go with the Buccaneers to win this one. I just like the Buccaneers better. I can't see them losing 2 games in a row because I'm pretty sure they lost last week. So I'm gonna go with they lost to the Eagles last week. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers on the road. Next game, we got Detroit Lions versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Nothing really to see here. As long as Browning is starting, I don't think the Bengals going to get another win after that, finishing off that last win. I don't think they'll win another game with him starting. They're going to have to go look for a quarterback or trade offensive lineman to take off the pressure of the quarterback. So I'm going to go with Detroit Lions. I expect a big game from the whole offense on Detroit Lions. I'm talking about everybody. Laporte, St. Brown, Williams, both running backs, and Goff to throw for 300 plus on that Cincinnati Bengals defense. Commanders versus the Chargers. I think Jaden Daniels is back this week. That's a plus for them. The Chargers are without 2 of their offensive tackles. I think it's actually the left tackle and the right tackle. That's a big blow to your offensive line. You not necessarily have to run up the middle or push the pressure up the middle. You can get on the outside and put pressure on him and force him into the defense, if you know what I'm saying by that. I think Commanders could pull it off. Even though the Commanders defense hasn't looked too good, I just think if Chargers can't generate any points on the offense, they're not going to be able to beat the Commanders. So I'm going to go with the Commanders to win that one. The 8 p.m. game that night, Sunday night game, is the Patriots versus the Bills. This is the first game back. Stephon Diggs going to play Buffalo Bills as the Patriot. This should be a good game. I'm gonna go with the Bills to win just because they're still undefeated right now. The Patriots are still trying to find their identity, so I'm gonna rock with the Patriots to win that one. And then the Monday night game, we got the Chiefs versus the Jaguars. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win this one just because they got Worthy back, they got Hollywood Brown. Pachenko, he still ain't been doing too much. I'm still waiting for him to have a big game. I think he can get going and with the run game on the Chiefs. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to win that one. Last game I wanted to go over was my team, Tennessee Titans. We are still 0-4. It's only 3 teams that haven't won a game yet in the league. We're one of them. We're 0-4. We're going against the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are the favorite. They're at home, but they're like a 10-point favorite, meaning a touchdown and a field goal. So a 2-score favorite. So that just says that nobody believes in us but me. I think I'm the only one that believes in the Tennessee Titans at this point. Nobody else believes in them. I just believe with this team that we got, even though the defense hasn't been playing as they should be, if they're able to keep Kyler Murray to rolling out, trying to throw passes across his body and stuff like he's been doing, we can beat them. The two games that they did play, they ain't really beat nobody. I think they beat the Saints and they beat some other bum team was it the Saints and they beat two teams that won't be contenders this year. Now I know it's not saying a lot for the Titans, but I just believe that this is a game that we can get back on the hump, over the hump, man. Like last week, I thought the same with Houston, and we got torched. We was up. I mean, we was down 6-0 at halftime. Next thing you know, it's 26-0 for the final score. With Cam Ward coming out saying that he believes the team is ass, I hope that lit a fire under our team to come out there motivated and to prove our rookie quarterback wrong and to see that he actually believes in our team. So I'm gonna go with my Tennessee Titans to beat the Cardinals. Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison haven't really been connected as much as they should with that caliber receiver that he got over there. I'm gonna go with my team to win. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna keep rocking with them until we get the win. And like I said, I'll be more realistic after we get our first win. So just to sum it up, my predictions for this week are the Rams, the Vikings, Cowboys, Giants over the Saints, Colts over the Raiders, Dolphins over Panthers, Eagles over Broncos, Ravens over Texans, Buccaneers over Seahawks, Lions over the Bengals, Commanders over Chargers, Bills over Patriots, Chiefs over the Jags, and my Tennessee Titans over the Arizona Cardinals to get our first win of the season. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Thank y'all for tuning to the Mechee for the Midwest podcast. NFL Week 5 starts tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and for the audio version, head over to Spotify. Follow me and let me know y'all predictions for your team in the comments. Thank y'all for tuning in.